40 top business and civic officials from Cincinnati, Ohio, attend Israel's leading innovation conference to promote the city as a place for Israeli companies to do business. With more than 300 IT companies and access to over 30,000 IT industry-related professionals, Greater Cincinnati hopes to lure Israeli tech companies looking for trained personnel in the U.S. We're joined today by Tammy Riddle, Director of REDI, the Economic Development Agency for the Greater Cincinnati region. Tammy Riddle, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I understand why there would be an interest in Israel. However, why are there 40 top business and civic officials coming to Israel for this purpose?
Cincinnati and Israel have a lot of history together, actually. So the Jewish Federation of Cincinnati is actually a sister city with Netanya.
Okay.
More than half of our Jewish community, through them, has been to Israel before. And this delegation was actually over a course of a month. So I'm here specifically for the business purposes. But we had civic and business leaders here just last month. It was actually led privately by a couple CEO of Washing Systems, which is from Cincinnati. His wife, Arna Fisher, who was actually a professor of Jewish studies at the University of Cincinnati. They lobbied together and actually brought to Israel the chamber president, which is the fourth largest chamber in the entire country. They brought CEOs from Children's Hospital, who's been working in Israel for the past couple of, close to a decade. Doing work with Ben Gurion University, Tel Aviv University, Tel Aviv Medical Center, as well as Schneider's for pediatric care. An exchange program with doctors and pediatricians. And Cincinnati Children's is top in the entire U.S.
Right. So this delegation really sort of grew out of ongoing partnership, if you want, on various levels.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic, interesting. So, but what is it, I mean, that puts Cincinnati apart from other cities in the U.S.? I mean, I understand that there's this closeness, if you want, but why should Israelis want to go to Cincinnati?
Well, we've already seen a lot of success coming, Israeli companies having success by working with these Cincinnati companies that are already doing business. And we're looking to strengthen that by leveraging the assets of Cincinnati, matching those to the advances that Israel is creating. When we look at Cincinnati as a business place, we are home to 10 Fortune 500 companies, strongholds within consumer and commerce, financial institutions, banking institutions, chemicals, manufacturing, all industries that Israel is creating innovations in. And so I think when Israel companies evaluate what does Cincinnati have to offer, the first thing is opportunity.
I see.
When they look to grow in the U.S., they're usually looking for clients. They're looking to expand into a new marketplace, and Cincinnati offers that opportunity. These businesses understand Israeli technology. They're looking for these innovations to continue to be number one in their industry. I mean, we have the number one CPG company in the world headquartered in Cincinnati, Procter & Gamble. We have the number one department store,
So Cincinnati
Macy's.
can hold its own, so to speak, compared to other big cities out there in the United States. That's basically what you're getting to, right?
Absolutely, but I think the value to the Israeli company is they're going to be able to come to a community like Cincinnati, get access to global companies, and they're going to be able to work with organizations like mine and get access to these CEOs who are ready to adopt them into their community. A very supportive environment, low cost of doing business, and they're going to be able to have an organization like ours to hold their hand through that process so they don't need to do it on their own.
Okay.
We're welcoming and we're ready and open for business.
Well, Tammy Riddle, Director of REDI, thank you very much for joining us and enjoy your stay in Israel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.